Changed my home, changed my state of mind.
Ladies and
Love
gentlemen,
so hard to find.
we got him.
Your feelings changed like the weather. Went from red.
Hey, it's me, Jimmy, and welcome back. Today, we're not going to be talking about superheroes. We're going to be talking about the one and the only. This week, the Pokemon Company decided not to just slap us in the face once with excitement, but twice, 2 days in a row.
No. No.
Well,
Yay.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you...
No, I mean, okay. I mean,
I'll be damned, Willigan. That's the shortest nights we've ever shot before.
the Detective Pikachu trailer was good. I like the musical choice.
yes. I love the choice.
I don't think I've seen anything in it that I don't like. Though I would like to hear more Pokemon making their normal Pokemon. The only one we've gotten so far is Pikachu in the first one, and then Ludicolo in this one.
Yeah.
But I'd like to just hear more of that. And then, I mean, we talked about whether or not there are Pokeballs when we watched the last trailer, and now there are Pokeballs.
Yeah.
The only thing that I wanted to get answered that I didn't was the girl with the Psyduck.
Yes.
That you still don't know anything about.
Nothing. You don't even see them interact. You see that one scene where when the Earth is bending around them.
Yeah.
And you see her with the Greninjas, which are in the same facility Mewtwo was apparently in.
I think they might. I think those Greninjas and those Apoms that you see are going to be like clones, similar to Mew.
Yeah.
So I didn't get the girl, but I did get Mewtwo, which I wasn't expecting. So I was like, oh,
I was not. Mewtwo came out of fucking left field. Was like, surprise, bitches.
Yeah, I didn't know that was.
You asked for a king.
I literally fell out my chair because I was already jumping up and down from all the different Pokemon that were showing up. That when you
tell me you did this while your class was on break. Please tell me you did this while there were students in the room.
The trailer came out when I got home.
Oh.
So I had just got home.
Okay.
So I was sitting here. And so I was jumping up and down in this chair.
Mr. Martin, what happened? Nothing, John. Nothing, John boy. Go back to your seat.
It slid back as I was bouncing up and down until when Mewtwo showed up. It rolled back and I fell right on my fucking ass on the floor. And I was
God, I wish you were live reactioning to that.
It was bad. But no, the original Detective Pikachu trailer, the first one, I showed to my class as soon as it dropped. Oh. So my kids were about as excited when they saw that. Because that first one, that was just something else.
Yeah.
I mean, I do feel like we know the plot. Which is...
Yeah. It's going to be a mix of the Detective Pikachu plot and the first Pokemon.
I like the world. It feels very Blade Runner-esque, 80s punk.
Well, no, I suppose. I mean, it's very much though like what you'd expect.
Pokemon. It's not like we're not going to see a cybernetic Pokemon come walking down and then just
it does something I like when in the sense that it doesn't. It's a city. Like when you see the city, it's not like you know, it's not like it's London or Detroit just with a coat of paint on it. Like it doesn't look like anything.
No.
It
looks like a Pokemon city.
I also like how they're doing fan service, but they're not just throwing it in your face.
Yeah.
Well, it's attention to details. Like when you see the police officers walking by with the Growliths and the Arcanines, and you're just like, and I don't know if you noticed on the I think it's what might be the big bad guy's desk. So you see a shot of it that the Flareon is on, and behind it is the Palkia Dialga. And
Dialga.
And there's the one in the center was what's his face, Arceus.
Giratina.
But on his desk there was like an ice stone and a water stone.
Yep.
And one of those fossils for like Aerodactyl and Amber, old Amber I think it was, sitting there. So it's somebody who doesn't know Pokemon or care about Pokemon or just understand it would never have thought to do any of that.
No.
And it's just all there. You don't even have to, it's not like in your face.
No. And here's the thing, they don't even the stuff that non-Pokemon fans would realize, like the Jigglypuff at the bar, or like the Machamp pretty much directing traffic. They don't just hang on and like, hey guys, look at this. This is cool, right? This is cool, right? Yeah, look at this.
Well, what I like a lot is that this is not an origin to Pokemon or anything.
No, it happens.
It's just the world's already done.
No, this is one of those movies where it's going to be. This is for fans. It is not one of those to where it's like.
No, I think
it's a good in between because the detective mystery plot is going to pull in.
Yeah, that's a very you don't need to know anything about Pokemon.
Yeah.
You don't need to know anything about that. They're not going to go they're going to go basic as they can on that.
They're going to explain. There's probably going to be some sort of either opening narration or the first
Professor Oak.
Or some other some dialogue.
Welcome to the world of Pokemon.
Some dialogue between characters explaining the world, just so for people who don't know. And then there's going to be along the way, it's going to be like, oh, what's this? Oh, it's a Pokemon battle. Like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to be so hyped for that because when they get to the scenes to where it's pretty much like the arena style, where they showed it multiple times, like the Charizard and the Blastoise, and it's the underground fights. I'm going to lose my shit because that is what I picture. Okay, it's a Blastoise using Rapid Spin. Oh, he's shooting water while he's doing that. Or Charizard using Flamethrower. It's like, this is what I imagine. Like, if you say, we're going to do a live-action Pokemon movie, how's that going to work? Oh, like that.
Did you notice on the screen behind DJs, they had the notification. Critical hit and shit. So like the games.
Fucking fantastic.
I also like that, they teased Volt Tackle.
Yes.
At the very end.
Oh, that looks so cool.
So cool.
And Thunderbolt. There's a scene where the Pikachu's up in the air. So it's Thunder or Thundershock.
Yeah. Which it looks so cool,
Yeah, hands down.
Which I want to. Here's the thing: what they want to do. I wonder if they'll do because later games with Charizard, they've done him pure fire, but they've also made him part dragon. So I don't think they're going to get into kind of the Mega Stones or whatnot.
Oh God,
no.
That would be too much.
They might say that if the second movie comes out.
I don't even know if they're going to be. We were discussing this before we started recording on whether or not that shot of the Flareon, of whether or not that's it having evolved from an Eevee or not, because of the blue stuff around it. But I doubt heavily they're going to get too far into the nitty gritty of that, evolution, because this is. I mean, maybe the next movie, but the first movie, it's like.
No. The first movie is we're building this world, we're setting the ground rules. The second movie is when, okay, now we can just go nuts.
Yeah.
You don't even really have that kind of stuff. Is you can save to really explain it for the next movie, but in the meantime, most audience members know.
Yeah.
Or, they could ask somebody and they'll probably get told. I'd be surprised if they're sitting in a theater watching the movie and afterwards you can't ask, hey, what was that? And, somebody in the room's going to have the answer. It's Pokemon.
Yeah. There's also been the trend of people think will this actually break the stigma of good video game movies?
I think there's a couple of good video game movies, so I don't really subscribe to all video game.
Like critically and box office, fan wise and box office wise, are critically good.
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't pay attention to that really.
Okay, I'm just right.
You got the two wrong people.
It's just I think
fuck me then.
The problem is that your question comes from a foundation that's kind of been perpetuated that I don't necessarily agree with, and that's just that you either can't make a good video game movie, or the good video game movies are just the exceptions, not the rule.
Yeah.
And I've never thought of it that way because that's how every superhero movies were the same way. For the longest time, you couldn't make a good superhero movie, so it's same. And I feel that way for video game movies, and I feel that way for anime adaptations. It's it's only a matter of time before they get good.
Yeah.
It just hasn't gotten there yet.
So fuck me. Gotcha.
So,
okay.
The next big news that we kind of anticipated yesterday when they said there was going to be a Pokemon Direct today, but Gen 8 was announced.
And I was very dissatisfied because I was really hoping it was just going to be Reggie telling us that he's retiring and all of the details that are involved with that for 7 minutes.
There would have been a shitstorm if that was the actual case.
Well, you saw what I posted in the... hold on, what was it that I said? I don't remember. Because I started.
What if they had trolled us and they thought it was if they trolled us it was starting off where we thought it was going to be a Sinnoh remake, and then they were just like, yeah, no, fuck that. Here's Gen 8.
You thought it was going to be a Sinnoh. You were thinking that forever. No, I put what was it? Oh yeah, timid Japanese men pusillanimously reveal possibly the biggest game of all time, because it started like you have to like watching these guys. They're just like they look like they just pissed the bed. They don't want to tell you. You know what I mean? While they're presenting this to you, I guess it's just a Japanese thing, but it was just like, they're like, oh, hello, I'm presenting this game to you, and I hope you like it. But
oh my god! But so Cody, tell us about Gen 8.
So, Gen 8 it's taking pants.
It's taking pants. I mean,
Rewind. It's taking place in a European Victorian era style. It's Sword and Shield. So I think they've run out of like stones and elements and nature to do. Very steampunkish Victorian era style architecture. We've gotten an announcement.
I wouldn't say steampunkish, but
Well, I've seen it. I haven't. There's the general like of what like the overall map. We haven't explored the region. I would say in some areas yes, in some areas no.
Mm-hmm.
well, I don't know. I think that term gets thrown around a lot, though. Steampunk. I mean, it could be Victorian era with steam type. Like, it doesn't mean it's steampunk.
I'm not saying it's going like full steampunk top hats, monocles, and
Yes, but I'm going to argue over this minutia with you Cody for another 30 minutes. No, I'm kidding.
No.
Oh, I don't want to edit that. Please, no. God, no.
Steampunk-esque Victorian era style.
Yes.
Okay. Kind of a Northern Ireland-ish Winterlands. We've already been announced of the 3 starters. It's a rabbit fire type Scorch Bunny, a chameleon water type, which is what the fuck is his name?
I can tell you in a second.
And then a grass monkey, which is I think it's Grunchy.
Okay, it's
his name?
Score Bunny. Sobble is the chameleon, and then the monkey is Grookey.
Yeah. So those are the 3 starters.
Yes.
And that's all we've really kind of known. And then it's just announced coming late 2019.
And well, we do know that there's I mean, we know there's gyms back to a certain degree. We don't know exactly how that's going to work. I want to know if I would imagine you can edit your character's appearance a decent amount.
I'm assuming so. Yeah.
Okay.
But something that did interest me is they did bring up the fact that they want to do their best for role playing experience. The Pokemon's always been kind of a light role playing.
I'm hoping
heavily in on the RPG. I want to poke more into that to see what new they're bringing here.
That's interesting because I think what they're going to do now is because I think Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu was actually kind of a blessing in disguise, because what you've done now is that like you don't have to balance like regular Pokemon between the casual and the more hardcore. I say hardcore in quotes, but more hardcore. But since you could say, okay, for all of the casuals, here is Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Mm-hmm. For everybody who wants a legitimate or more so RPG, more complex Pokemon game, here is the mainline series game. And so now they don't have to balance the two, and I think they're going to be able to do more in this new one with more RPG elements, and I think make the battle system a little more complex. That's what I'm hoping for and what I'm looking for.
Honestly, we won't know until more information comes out.
Yeah.
I'm hoping so. Like I said, it's a 37 trailer, so it's really all like really just say, all right, guys. We don't know what the evolutionary line is. We know gyms are back to some degree. We don't know.
Did you guys
how it's going to be? We don't know.
Oh, did you guys notice? So the 2 main characters, we just talked about that you're going to be able to edit your appearance, but the 2 you see in the trailer, which I guess would be the base version of each player character. The girl carries around like a bag, which you'd expect, but the dude, did he have like a briefcase with like straps that he's strapping on? He's holding like he was carrying around a trunk, not a backpack.
It looked like a trunk.
Like I was like, what the
fuck?
And I'm not a fan. I've never liked the beanie look with it's like I forgot what is a type where it's soft on top and
Yeah.
but I guess the other question that would be is what do we think of the starters, John? What do you think?
Okay, so when I saw them, my reaction was, nah. Mainly because it's not that I don't like them, but they're
He
not
says
that good. And
Over 800
right now,
fucking Pokemon.
the
So
start, just the first stage of the evolution. If I had to choose one, I would choose the bunny. But the problem is, while they're a little unique, there's just something about it I just don't like.
it's just it's I think at some point with all of these, it's always been this way for me with Pokemon in general. It's just you have what you do and don't consider aesthetically pleasing, or what you
Yeah.
do and don't. It's just everyone's different. Um, I happen to agree with you. I don't hate any of them,
Yeah.
but I've never really hated any starters. It's just like I don't know. I just
Yeah.
none of them do it. For me. Yeah.
Cody?
I agree. I want to see what their evolutionary line looks like
Yeah.
before I
That's
officially because I was feeling the same way I want to say about Sun and Moon starters. Evolutionary lines were like, all right, that's who I'm going with.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the same. I have to wait to see what they look like fully evolved, and I'll make a choice. And if neither of them still appeal to me, then I'll just do the old school toss your starter in a PC.
I also want to see what other new Pokemon they do.
Yeah.
Because like when they were doing Sun and Moon, when they announced something like Rockruff, I immediately knew, oh, he turned into he's immediately going on my team.
Yeah.
I did not like hesitate or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It'd be interesting because what was it was it Black and White or X and Y that they gave you additional starters from previous gens?
X and Y, I believe.
I think it was X and Y.
Yeah, do you think they do something like that?
You know, it might have been Black and White because of the introduction of Mega Evolutions.
No, I think it was X and Y.
Which one was Mega Evolutions?
It was
X and Y.
Yeah,
it was X and Y.
Okay. The Black
No,
and
it was
White and X and Y
Because
blended together from in my brain because I didn't really care for Black and White, so it's kind of hard to separate them.
Well, but here's the thing, though. One thing that's bothered me about a lot of these games is sometimes because the starters are always so exclusive, is that you can never usually get your hands on them unless the game gives you somehow or something. Do you think Do you think all Pokemon that exist would be accessible in this game?
I would say so because let's look at Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. You can catch all the starters in the wild.
I would also say so because in the last Sun and Moon X and Y era, they have pumped heavily about Wonder Trade. You can request, okay, hey, I'm going to give this Pokemon for this Pokemon.
Oh yeah, I use that a lot. But the thing is, though, would you be able to find them in like the open world? Like, can you go to the volcano mountain and find a Charmander? You know, would they?
Yeah.
Or is you gonna have to do it some other way?
I think it's still going to be rare in the wild to find them, but I think your best your best bet is going to be like some online trading them.
Okay, because they've never been in the wild. You could never have found a starter.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to keep. I think they're going to probably keep that up.
I don't know. They didn't do it in Let's Go.
They didn't do it in Let's Go, but Let's Go was also a remake of Pokemon Yellow, and Pokemon Yellow throughout that journey, you could get all starters.
Yeah,
so.
but you could get all of them by talking to people. But you
well, okay, so like this is
catch a Charmander and Bulbasaur and Squirtle just in the woods.
See, so you bring up a good point about Let's Go and Pikachu and Eevee. Is that in that game? Are they going to go back to the traditional wild battles? Or are they going to go to where?
From what I saw in the trailer, yes.
In the wild.
Okay. You mean in this one? In the new one?
Yeah, in the new trailer.
Oh yeah, it seems like they're going to do traditional Pokemon and everything. So, yeah, and you couldn't because Because you can tell, because in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, you didn't even like run into them randomly in the graph.
No.
You saw them in the overworld, hit them that way.
Yeah. Well, any final thoughts, guys?
I'm looking forward to seeing on Gen 8, which I would think we're going to see more rather soon because it's supposed to come out this year.
Yeah, late, like November probably.
Yeah, and we're
Christmas, holiday season, holiday season.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd like to see more of it. And I would like to be able to have access to basically every Pokemon in existence one way or another. Whether I even, at least not having to do like stupid legendaries excluded, not having to do like stupid events or anything. Just being able to either find it in the wild or trade it with somebody.
Yeah.
Who has like the different version.
Yeah.
But because if not, that's going to bother me.
Yeah. Anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And like always, I will see you in the next one. Later.